What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'll be trying out the tweakers Ryvex. I was mentioned to try these people out and for also helping out the owner of Lumen, which is the guys who made the auto tweaker in the last video. Crazy good auto tweaker, love it. Have a few problems, but they said it's not perfect. They're trying to fix everything they can. So I understand that. So I might as well just help out the owner. He's going to make a video on it too. And I'm just going to give him all the benchmarks and everything that I have. So I'll be doing the stock Lumen OS and the after the tweaks. I'll try and make sure that they are as good as possible and as accurate as possible. I'll be using CapFrameX for the testings, Windows Performance Toolkit, and LatencyMon. Make sure you guys like today's video, as this will take quite a long time for me to do. And yeah, let's get straight to it. Alright, now we're in the game. This is stock OS. Just wanted to hop into the game, see what we're starting off with. Not too bad at ping, about 10 to 20 I'd say. Does go up to 20 to 30 occasionally, but average is around 10 to 20. Our FPS is looking to be a pretty stable 240, I'd say. I could be wrong. I'm not looking at it the entire time, but every time I do look at it, it's mainly 200s. But yeah, that's just to show you guys what we're starting off with. Now I'm going to go get you guys the FPS benchmarks. Alright, here are my first benchmarks for the FPS on stock Windows. Played a few games to make sure that my shader cache was good, but our average is 250 FPS. We have a 1% low average of 90 and a 0.1% low average of 44 FPS. Let me show you guys the Windows Performance Toolkit delays now. Alright, now here are the Windows Performance Toolkit delays. I'm just going to let you guys scan through this real quick, but if you guys have seen my videos, these delays are pretty awful. NVIDIA 400, DXG 400, USB 300-ish. Kind of crazy, like 2000? That is horrible. Yeah, pretty basic for stock Windows though. Pretty bad, but now I'm going to show you guys the latency mon. Alright, now I have the latency mon. Here are the first little bits with the little bars. Basically, you want these as far to the left as possible where there's just like the one little bar. But most important area is the stats. And wow, these are pretty bad. Process, interrupted process latencies, highest is 512, average 12. Highest DPC is 500, average 8. Pretty bad. Usually when you get tweaked, all of these will get cut by about half. But now I'm going to show you guys the utility. And yeah. Alright, now we have the utility. It shows you some pretty basic stuff. Some CPU usage, the GPU usage, your RAM usage, the temperature monitor, game mode, desktop stuff, newsfeed. In the system, we have all these tweaks. It's not too bad. It does show you the risks. Then we have the network, only 4 here. The FPS, with about, what, 7? I'd say, yeah, 7. High risk, others, medium and low. In the advanced is just all high risk. So, just show you guys me applying all the tweaks. Let's do it. Alright, that is it for all of the tweaks. I applied every single one. So all of these will say applied. And click to unapply for every single one. Now I'm just going to do a quick PC restart and show you guys the FPSs. Alright, now here I have the after benchmarks. All the blues is going to be the average FPS, the oranges is going to be the 1% low average FPS, and the yellows are going to be the 0.1% low average FPS. For the before compared to the after, for the 0.1% low was about 11 FPS. For the orange, it was about 11 FPS again. And for the afters, it was about 6, I'd say. So not too bad. I do think that the software is a little bit goofy because one of the things there was a power plan and I applied it, and when I restarted my PC, I never saw their custom power plan. So I think that there's some issues with the code, but it clearly seems that the FPS got better. But now let's see if the delays got better. Alright, so Future Hypnic here. Here at this part, I accidentally muted my mic, so that was on me. I did it for the delay testing because I know mic audio comes into play, so I kind of muted myself. But I'm just going to go over all of the before and afters. Before is on the left, after is on the right. All you got to look at is the DXG kernel, which is number 1 for both, the NVIDIA, which is 2 for both, the USB, which is 3 for both, the N2S kernel, which is 4 for both, and the NDIS, which is 6 for both. All you got to do is look at the maxes and average durations for both of them. I'm just going to let you guys pause and look over real quick. But as you can see, lots of the maxes got better. Most of the averages stayed the same. Nothing too much. But yeah, now I'm going to go over to latency mon. And in the latency mon, for the most part, what I talked about was how I can't remember what the bar looked like. So I was just going to pull up a little thing on the side of the screen to show you guys a one-to-one comparison of what it looked like earlier. And then we go over to the stats. And I'm just talking about how the maxes for both of them only went down by about 30-ish, and the average for the process latency went down by about 1 or 0.1 or something like that. And the average for the DPC latency only went down by like 0.2 or something like that. Very minimal. Not too much of differences, but yeah. And then we go on to the next part. Alright, now in the conclusion, all I mainly talk about is how this little tool is not the best. As I said earlier, it's kind of goofy because some of the stuff just didn't get applied and the code is a little bit weird. I'm pretty sure they're a pretty small team. It's okay. It's not very good. FPS is the kind of better, but it feels pretty much the same. But yeah, and then that's pretty much it for the rest of the video. Catch y'all in a new one. Peace.